You are now live. Yeah, Schlock West in the morning, Dash Radio, the spin room. You know what it is. Okay.
Hey, what up, party peoples? We back at it again on this Why do I keep saying Throwback Thursday? It's Flashback Friday, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. We here. It's the weekend. And you got the spin room crew with you, man. Your man, Big Pee Wee. That's my girl, Big Les. What up, Leslie? Les?
Listen, I'm so excited about our next guest. You have no idea, P.
Man, I am with you, Les. This gentleman right here, he's the lead singer. He's the drummer. You've heard joints by him, Breaking My Heart. What kind of man would I be? And he got a new album that's coming out, hit single all over the radios called She. His new single out right now, Vibrant, with Snoop Dogg. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can please make some noise for my man Stokely. Yeah.
Hey.
What up, Stokely?
What's going on?
How you doing, my brother?
I'm fantabulous, man. How about you?
Man, I am groovy, man.
Look
groovy.
at you looking 22. I love it.
Ain't nothing me. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
It's so
I'm trying to
crazy.
maintain what I got.
I feel like you've been in our lives for like 30 years, like a long time. Like there's no world without Mint Condition and your voice and musicianship. Like seriously.
Wow.
I don't care how many dips and dives R&B has taken in regard to radio and its place on the billboard. There's always a red carpet waiting for Mint Condition and still come back.
All right.
Come on. I mean, she's speaking facts.
God bless that.
At the end of the day, when you're talking about, Stokely, Mint Condition, you have to put you guys in that top 5 of groups of all time, man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
You got
Thank
to.
you so
It's a
much.
must.
But even the speaking voices fly. Like late night radio, love songs.
All right,
thank you so much.
Let's get it popping, my guy. We're all COVID-19 has affected all of us right now. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that you and your family is safe right now and taking care of yourselves and everything. But you as an artist, you have a new project that's blasting off right now, and it's called Sankofa, correct?
Yes.
So Sankofa, you had your joint called She. You got your new joint with Snoop Dogg called Vibrant.
Yes.
How has it been for you during this time to maneuver and stay in the eyes of your listeners with COVID-19 going on?
Well, we just, just like everybody, man, and we got 2 viruses going on. One on the, so just the COVID and got the whole protest and that whole thing, And it's just really interesting, man. It's in some ways bittersweet. Of course, we don't want to be in this whole COVID thing, but it has also made all of us, I guess, kind of focus and reflect in a way that we never have before. So it put a microscope on everything, I think, for everybody. Everybody's, kind of hunkered down. Life is slowed down. We're like, wait, wait up, wait over here. Let's focus, let's pay attention. So I think with that, it took us a minute to get there, because I'm sure we were all kind of paralyzed by what was happening, you know what I mean? And so a lot of us just kind of shut down, didn't know what was happening. In the entertainment, of course, the thing that's different for me is I'm not out on the weekends, Otherwise, my life is pretty much, the same. I'm in the studio all the time. So that's the same. But, little things like just not going out and the fact that you shouldn't be, just that extra little thing psychologically just plays a little part. But it's been kind of a bittersweet thing, man. Just trying to maintain here, and that one of the things we figured to do is let's just keep going forward. We're gonna need this. I need it, therapy and everything that's going on. So how I'm dealing with it, just to keep on, just dig in, man, and fight back, keep maintaining game.
How is this album different lyrically and story-wise than any other album you've done before?
Well, the thing is, I just keep reaching deeper and deeper. Sankofa meaning, the meaning of it is means to go back and get it. And for me, it just means to just remember where you came from. So I'm digging deeper in like stuff that I love. Like you hear definitely influences of 80s, 90s, like with Vibrant. It's kind of a throwback to that feel good, you know, originality, stuff that whether it be West Coast, there's a little New Jack in there, there's a little Minneapolis, so all these little things, little P funk, you know, a little G funk, everything is in there. So just going deeper into my roots. I'm from my background is in percussion and drums, and that's all laced through. You hear steel pan throughout the record, and you know all the things that I've loved to do and contributions that I've made to Mint Condition. You know, I'm just digging more into it, working with different, I have a writing crew along with me. I love to collaborate with Carvin Haggins, Ivan Barrios on that. Actually worked with them on the first project as well, with introducing Stokely. And that was a really, they're amazing, you know, Shakespeare. And
those are folks right there, Shakespeare.
Yeah,
those are
absolutely.
People.
Yeah, man. So we, yeah, I've just been having fun with it, man. So I'm just trying to dig deeper. That's pretty much the difference. And you know, my band, I wish I could see what's happening with that. It's just amazing. It's been, you know, the last few years have been amazing. Just trying to lay that groundwork for everything that I'm doing as a soloist now.
So I'm glad you brought that up. Your band, VU.
Mm-hmm.
Help everybody understand who is VU.
Is that they're actually part of another group. They have most of them have their own thing. And it's called MPLS.
Oh, MPLS. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, no, that's the group that they have. That they were kind of, most of them were already a group.
Okay.
You know, so but you know, Brandon Commodore played with Mint for many years. You know, so he's been with us there as well. But there's just some amazing people. Ashley Commodore on vocals and just really just visuals and everything. Lindora Turner. Dave Billingsley, an amazing keyboard player. You know, all these people are band leaders in their own right. Jesse Larson, incredible guitar player. He was actually on The Voice a few seasons ago. Amazing guitarist and vocalist. And Johannes Tony on bass. My brother, just amazing, man. We just got some amazing cast of characters. And
I love hearing from you, giving each one of these musicians their props, because we're in a world where people kind of overlook musicians, right? The guitar player, the keyboard player, knowing that there's still that kid at home who's strumming the guitar all night long or playing the drums in their guitar, who's aspiring to really have the success and make the kind of music that you guys have made. So when you look at what's been happening or what has happened with the schools getting rid of the music programming and stuff, how does that affect you, and has it changed? Have they maybe gone back on the word and brought it back into? Because I know people like you and John Legend and all these other people have really thrown money at trying to get them to stay in school.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this has been happening for such a long time, you know, with, we would, you know, go around to different schools with Mint Condition. And, you know, that we'd see that happening for such a long time. I can't remember, you know, which presidency, but, you know, he did not, was it Bush? I think it was even way back in the day. Was after him? It could be. I know something started with him. There were some, you know, the program started getting slashed and cut. You know, not the sports programs, but music. you know how that goes. They ain't messing with the sports. You know, so that's kind of when it started. But you know, we've been on that quest for a long time. That whole championing that whole idea of just, you know, music in schools, or just really like how I grew up was there were just places for kids to go. We had a place called the Inner City Youth League, and you know, we would go do art. We would go do like you know, martial arts, would be visual arts. They had a recording studio there, and just really keep the kids busy and interested in something other than just being on the street, that kind of thing. So I was involved in that. So anything with that kind of education. So it can be at schools, as one of the first places we learned that, you know, concert band, jazz band, you know, learning what a horn is. It's the difference between a trombone and a trumpet and a saxophone, and, you know, then there are always a few things happening. You know, at the same time, you have the the movement of the hip hop movement coming in, you know, which I was part of that very early, you know, to B-boy back in the day and all of that stuff. So, you know, turntables and, you know, just as Black music tends to do, we just keep it moving and it's fresh. It's always a lot of movement like that. So you have people now for a long time, you know, Guitar Center, the actual music retailer, they had started selling less guitars and more turntables. You know what I mean? So interesting. So that started to become a thing, and it started to fuse kind of into what we see now. And then now, also with that, I will say, like in a lot of hip hop, you go see them live. There's a lot of live bands, so things are coming back.
Right.
You know what I mean? It seemed like it's been returning to that, you know, golden age, that golden sound, just to kind of it's become like a hybrid. I love that. I love technology and I love classic instruments, you know, drums, bass, guitar, horns, that kind of, I like the fusion of it all, you know. And in Sankofa, you'll feel a lot of that. There'll be some live drums. There'll be, like I said, some stuff that I program, but also it'll have like guitar and, you know, just all kinds of different instrumentation into it. So I believe in that fusion and love of different frequencies I like to play with. So yeah, we're having a good time with it.
So I know your first single, She, off of Sankofa.
Yes.
Over 12 million views through AC Urban Radio and climbing.
Right.
Just help me out. Let me know, where did She come from? Where did the concept of She come from? Because I'm telling you, when that joint come on, it go. it go.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's always a feel good thing that I'm trying to do, man. The vibration, trying to you know, just sit in that for a minute. So we got enough going on. So I'm just trying to provide that sonic healing. Like, I'm myself a sonic healer, and because that's it really affects, you know, music. It just affects you down to your molecules, man, in your body, man.
It's the feel good music.
You know what I mean?
What it is.
And so She was, you know, one of my writing partners, Carvin Haggins, amazing lyricist. I had the hook, and I had the music. It just always felt good. I'm like, no, let's do something about. The concept is about. Yes, it's a love relationship, but you know, if you truly love someone, you have to. It's gonna be parts in that you dislike. You gotta love that too. Basically, the concept. And then basically in the video you have, like, there's 4 people. People are like, well, I wish they would just have one woman, you know, if you're talking about She. Well, these are the many different facets of that, you know. So it is actually about one woman and all the things that go through that you go through with that. So it's maybe the ultimate intimacy, if you will, you know, because like I said, you got to go through all those facets of a person. You know, you got to love that as well. The parts that you don't like, the parts that you may disagree with, you know, that's real intimacy. So She, and the concept that's what it's about.
I ain't gonna lie, man. When I first saw the video, I said, man, Stokely gonna get me to get in the gym. Because in the beginning, I mean, you chest out me. I was like, oh, he gonna get me in the gym, homie. You know?
Hey, we got to stay with it, man. We got to fight that gravity. Fight that gravity.
Okay. That's what I said this time. I got Mother Nature in the headlock and my foot on Father Time's neck. I'm not playing.
We got to take care of ourselves, though. I mean, it's that serious. I've always been in a quest for better health. I live from the inside out. You know, it matters what you put in you, and you know, that means, you know, what you're reading and what you know, the media and all that stuff too. So it's all of it, you know.
So are you like a vegan, or are you just holistic? Like,
no, I eat a lot of, it's as healthy as I can. I'm a pescatarian because I do eat fish.
Okay.
That's the only meat that I do. But you know, that eating is a big part of it, man. You know, stay hydrated and all these different things. All kind of different concoctions that I've picked up on the road for my throat, for your body, for endurance, for keep your immune system together. Which is a huge thing, especially right now. I'm always kind of
extremely
let folks
right
know
now.
what I do. Yeah. So and all the time, really, as a lifestyle. Because the thing is, you're not trying to, you know, put a Band-Aid on it afterward. You're trying to do preventative. But society is, you know, we're set up for after we get sick.
Right.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? I mean, we shouldn't be trying to get sick in the first place. And it starts with what you put in, and then from there, of course, it's getting your body moving, get your blood flow. It's all about blood flow.
Yeah.
You know,
Pee
so
Wee and I were just talking about, as we were doing some entertainment news, how some of the artists like Azalea Banks or the actor Lakeith Stansfield are really struggling mentally to an extreme where they've been talking suicide on this level. How are you able to keep yourself mentally stable? And if you have any inspiration or words of inspiration for other people during this time, what could you share?
Yeah, that is tough, man. And especially in, you know, the industry that we're in. And because people see this, just the face of it, you know what I mean? Not what's in the background and the lead up to it, you know. I always say that us artists, you know, the rehearsals, the auditions, all these things, the politics of it, getting to the stage and after you leave the stage are the things that can kill you, you know. When you're actually on stage, it's a form of prayer. You know what I mean? For all of us, whether you're acting, whether you're singing, dancing, whatever your medium is. And it's tough. You got to have a support system, man. There's no other way to do it. Whether it be family, friends, someone you can talk to about stuff. And it would definitely help if there's people, you know, like-minded people who are going through the same thing. Or just somebody who can give you another perspective, because, you know, you can be in a moment and somebody could really be going through it. And I've known a few people to do that. And it's like you have to talk them, I guess, off the ledge, so to speak. I hate to use that phrase, but, you know, where it's just, I mean, you're so much in your head going on. It's really tough. But I think, you know, I'm glad that people learn, it's becoming less taboo to talk about, you know, mental health. Because it's been here a long time.
Yeah, and seeing a therapist is more welcoming now than avoiding it. And people,
Yeah.
I think they look at us as artists, they don't see the journey or the quiet times or what happens when the phone stops ringing, right? They forget that we're human during those times.
Right.
And I think as artists, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves where you start having self-doubt about your talent and your skill, and you take it personal. What did I do? Nobody called me, and all those things. But and having COVID and all the protests is making it a little bit harder. So
Absolutely.
sharing, you know.
It's tough. It's tough. It's, you know, like this is, like you say, people just see it when we're up here. It's like, but you got to ride the wave. I mean, this is, you know, folks who've been doing it a minute. That's what it's about. It's it is absolutely a marathon. And that's really for any industry you're in. Any industry, you're just trying to survive. We're all in business for ourselves. Even if you're with a collective, you still have to figure out how to, you know, when you go away from your friends, if you're working with, you got to figure out how to make this work and this, you know what I mean? So it's a thing. It's a thing. It's a grind, seriously. But trying to keep that, man, having somebody, you have to have some kind of support system. Otherwise, people are lost. You've seen where people have that support system, and then that support system is not there. Then people start freaking out of like, okay, there's no grounding. You know, so that's really important.
Yeah, me and Les was just, like she said, we was just talking about it the other earlier today, and was just saying, you know, even friends, family, friends, doesn't matter. Just reach out, you know, see how everybody is. You know, it's not like you got to have a long conversation, but just, it's just a check-in. That's all you need.
Just check in. And sometimes you ain't have to say nothing. Just listen.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it. You know what I mean?
So you mentioned as a collective, right? What does it feel like for you to work within your group versus as a solo artist? Which do you prefer? Which is more organic? Which is, you know what I mean? Because Pee Wee and I have done radio for so long, having our own shows or being part of like a morning show team. And sometimes there's a lot of pressure to keep the ratings, and you doing the whole solo thing and having to prove to people that you can still do it and be viable and stuff. So what is it like for you in both circumstances?
Oh, I love both. I mean, it's just, I call it Mint University, because it's like a school. Seriously. I mean, I've done that the longer than anything, you know, you all have. And I just, like with any artist, you want to climb and, you know, see everything that you can see, do everything that you can do before you get out of here. You know, I just didn't, you know, I have a few different things and some different legacies that I would like to live. You know, Mint Condition is one of them, you know, and for all of us, you know, being on that journey for 35 or something years.
Ooh,
yes. And so that's crazy. So, I mean, that's really, and it was a much bigger thing than me, because people would always say, well, why don't you do something, you know, by yourself, and blah, blah, blah. I never really felt moved to do that because I felt that what we were doing was such, it was purpose driven. And the purpose was just not, we came along at a time where bands were not being signed anymore. So they were, moving more into vocal groups, that kind of thing. So it was more cost efficient and then get up there, track show, put some mics up there, boom, boom, boom. We were still really trying to grind and be a band that was signed, play our own music, all totally self-contained. We're from that, love that kind of thing, from a performance perspective and then all that. So all of that was so natural. I love collaboration, and we all just wanted to be in a band. As well as that, before that experience with Mint, I've always been active. Like I said, I'm a singer second and drummer first. I played in so many different bands. And one time I was in maybe 10, 11 bands at one time,
That's crazy.
Taking all of it, just all that experience, different genres from the rock and roll, straight blues, straight ahead jazz, soca music, from the Caribbean, the reggae bands. I mean, all of it, but that informed me. But that's just so much that I love, because I'm just a music head like that. And so it was definitely natural with Mint, but I think it's also natural to want to grow and just see some other things. You're supposed to have as many experiences as you can in life. This thing is short and shorter than that. So, you have to make your way. And then people say, they ask how, what's the difference between Mint and what you're doing right now? And how does it feel? I think, like I said, just a natural progression for me. I think for all of us after so long, we've done so many things together, just trying to see what else out here. You just ask yourself, is this it? And what else can I do? So there's a few gears that I think I have left. And while I have the energy,
you think if you don't knock it off,
the energy and the interest, I'm just trying to get in there. Get in there, mix it up. And also, it's not what we see, right? It's not, we were talking about, comfort basically, and, the riding that wave. It's not as easy as what people would think. Oh, you're from Mint, and I'm just trying to do it off my own merit, win, lose, or draw, just from my heart. So I'm just playing my heart right now. And, just reaching. Dreams don't have there's no time limit on it.
Yeah. You scared me a second ago because he said as long as you have the interest. Like, I get it. Like, even your favorite basketball player has to retire at some point. I had to retire from dancing to move on. And I'm just like, no, because I don't ever want to lose this voice of yours. And I think you saying that you were a drummer first and a singer second, and I'm like, you can sing the phone book to me. Like, please don't ever lose interest, please.
No, it's more of, it's where I just, like, for instance, now, I'm into developing, some younger artists too. So once we get this Sankofa thing up, there's a lot of other interests that I have. And, I just wanted to make time for myself to do all those things, because when you're in a collective, like Mint, that's 24/7. That doesn't, it's on, for years and years and years and years. It's a grind, and something that I'm really, really proud of. We all are. And so just, there's just other interests that not only me, but all of us have. And it just takes time and energy. And when do you give yourself license to do it? You have to at some point, because it's time, it's taken, as I say. So, might as well get it, and it's of interest for me. I think it will always be, just to, quell your fears. I think it'll always be, but there'll always be something to, whether it's, features that I do, or, something that I present some other, artists, which is where I'm at right now. So
I get
it's
it.
coming soon.
As creators, we constantly have to evolve. Like, our soul speaks to that. So
absolutely.
I understand.
Yeah. It's why I'm here in the first place. You know what I mean? If I didn't desire to even want to do something for people that are around me, because I'm from a family of educators, and they're like, well, "What are you doing?" I'm like, you going to school? What's going,
Right.
So
right.
I'm not going for this artist thing. They're like, okay.
So let me ask you this, ladies and gents. We have Stokely in the building, in the spin room with us this afternoon. Stokely, I'm real big on how someone got started from day one. So help me out. 2 questions here.
Okay.
What was the first? I know you say you drummer first, but what was that first instrument that got that or first song that got you like, man, I want to be an artist, or what artist made you feel that way? That's number one. And then number two is, if you were able to speak to kids in front of you, what advice would you give them on Stokely or on the business?
So the first question, we just put the more so less getting into it, right? Huh?
Yeah, getting into it.
Right.
Like what? How did you get into it? What was that first song? Who was that artist? What was that first instrument that said, "This is it. This is where my passion." You feel it in your soul, type deal.
I think, I don't know the first. I'm sure it was drums, just because I think kids are just, it's like the heartbeat, man. It's so natural. We hear drums on the street, we're like, what is that? I think it's just a natural thing. And drums have like rhythm and beat. The syncopation reminds me of youth. You know what I mean? It's just like, because if you think of a baby's pitter, 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 when you get older, it starts to double time. It's, you get older, it's like you shuffle. So it's like the rhythm of life. You know what I mean? When you think of it. And it's something that I was attracted to. So yes, I was attracted to drums and these great drummers. But I'll say vocally, the guy who did it for me was Al Green, because he was like 15 different people in one, and I would go around. I was like this kid who used to mock the way my uncle, walked and talked and everything. So anything, I was like a parrot, mimicking everything, Well, you stop it. Like just getting on everybody's nerves. So, and Earth, Wind and Fire, all these great bands of the 70s, Ohio Players, just all those great groups. I mean, because that was the industry,
right?
Self-contained bands. That's what you signed. You know what I mean? Three Dog Night, Led Zeppelin. All these people were that's what it was. That's what you saw, and great 70s, and So I think, a lot of those great bands of the 70s. Too many to mention, but I would say like Al Green. I always say him vocally was somebody who really put a stamp. I was like, man, early on. And I wasn't even thinking about singing. It was just like, man, it was just fun. And I'm sure maybe one of my first concerts, Jackson 5. It was all in white. Mike used to come on Saturday with the Jacksons. I mean, they were always here. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we grew up with them. And it was something to aspire to be, to watch that. I mean, for a little black kid, all those black boys, you made us believe.
Right.
It's so true. You put the images are so powerful. Because we got to be careful with it, because it's like what you put out there, man. It's like we're kids. We're like sponges.
Yep.
Human beings too. It's like as we get older, it's just about reprogramming, and then we start believing the Kool-Aid, good or bad, whatever it is. You know what I mean? So. In order to be it, you got to see it, and it's very, very, very important, these images. So that imagery and the things that were in front of me at the time were all the things that were just feeding. I was just feeding it, and I was eating that up, and, and then you finding like-minded kids who love the same thing. Oh, I like that too, or such and such, or play a different instrument, and you bring that together. And, so all these, I don't think it was a couple of things, like I can say, Al Green, but there's so many different elements happening all the time. They say with kids, there's way more is caught than taught. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you can say, 1 and 1 is 2, but them, not saying anything, and a kid actually watching you do something, they learn quicker, faster, and it's more impactful, it seems.
Yeah, and it soaks in even better for them. Yeah, most definitely. So then the second question, what advice would you give someone wanting to follow in your footsteps?
One of the main things I say, and I even tell my son, is like, man, don't be in such a rush. As kids, we always was just everything like that. Then you forget some of the details.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure. I mean, certain things are just tried and true, man. You're not going. I don't care if it's 2025 or if it's 2040. Do the work. That's the quickest way, because a lot of folks are trying to figure out the shortcut to it. I'm like, shortcut is to do the work, so make sure whatever your industry you're in, if it's music, study this thing, who came before you, who did what, you got to learn the rules before you can break them. You know what I mean? Absolutely know everything about it that you can, you know. So make sure that your skill set is up, you know. And then the other thing, make sure you learn technology, because it's always going to change. That changes everything, you know. So learn your craft, learn technology, and learn the business of what you're doing. You know what I mean? So if you're music, get your skill set, that whole thing, your memory muscle, learn the technology and business. Those three things I usually say. You know, and there's so many different ways to do that. We have technology, which is a big vehicle, you know,
Right.
for distribution even. So, I mean, there's a lot of people doing it, right? More people doing, you know, arts now, visual and music than ever, because we have a means to do it. So though it sounds simple, you know, but, you know, the thing is to do that, and you have to be consistent.
Right. Know? That's the biggest thing, is being consistent.
Persistence gets it. Consistence
mm-hmm.
keep it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. Two-part question. What do you want people to take away or experience from listening to Sankofa? And the second part would be, what do you want your legacy to be?
Sankofa, I want them to take away just a good feeling, some healing, some therapy, you know, some reflection, some deep thinking, and sometimes just some good old cleaning up music, you know, something you can bop to, something you can celebrate to. When this thing was happening, even with the George Floyd, you know, protests and that, it's without me even having to say it, we all were pretty much kind of like stopped in our tracks. You know, it was kind of paralyzing. So trying to figure out, us artists were like, what do we do? Of course, we're just heartbreaking, you know, everything we're posting, and we're just with this whole movement, and we were not knowing how to move, you know. And I was talking to my pops, he was like, you know, even back in the 60s, like, and everything, you know, us fighting for freedom and, you know, justice and everything, or those sit-ins and at the counter and everything in these restaurants and all the other stuff that they did, said, you know, everything wasn't just about out here, you know, sweating, bleeding on the front line like that. We needed to breathe as well. So much we're taking in all this energy, and we're using all this energy, but we also need songs that can uplift and inspire us, but stuff that just gives it, that's got like a bop. It's like, remember us, you know, us, because we're celebratory people.
Right.
You know, so that's what vibrant is. It's like, man, that's who I am. And I'm like, I'm going to share that and just have all of us rediscover our vibrant side inside of all this craziness that we're dealing with, you know. And so I want some of that. I want it to be inspirational. I want it to just feel good, and just, you know, that's what music is, you know. It's a soothing, healing medium. You know, it's amazing. And for us to tell the truth as well, just be honest yourself. So my legacy, man, is just one of just, I want that to be inside of people. I just want to heal sonically. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a bunch of things that I could say, but, you know, that's what it's about. It's really simple. You know what I mean?
So how did you come in contact with Snoop to get him on this record, man?
Well, as everybody is, I was a big fan of Snoop, loved stuff since day one. You know, Deep Cover when he came out, it was like, what is this? Who is this? You know, like, man, that was still one of my favorite movies. Oh, Lord. And so just mutual admiration. You know, he loved what, you know, I've done with Mint, and loved the music. It's just, we both have been great for the culture. And this song, I had this song, you know, some stuff you just sit on for a minute, you know, when the time comes.
Right.
I've had the groove for such a long time. And then my friends, me and We Shakespeare, did our little magic on it. And they killed it, songwriting with myself. And us three just getting in the room, hitting it, man. And then I was like, the only person I heard on this was Snoop. It just like, that was it.
That's dope.
It felt like, you know, so the energy, you just, you know, stars align. I'm like, look, man, when we gon', I guess he must have heard something. I was looking for him. And then he DM'd me. It's like, look, man, what's up? We gonna work together. And that's first I was like, oh, first of all, I don't even know if this is the real Snoop.
Yeah, right.
He was like, yeah, it's me, dog. Hey, it's me.
That's right.
And so we got in touch with them through Jam and Lewis. They had a project. They had some stuff they wanted him to work on. So we all got in the same room, and he got in there. He said, I got something cooking for me. All right, you got some cooking up for me, man.
Right.
what you got for me, cuz? I'm like,
Yeah.
turn it on. He was like, oh, yeah, that's me all day. So, yeah, he was right in there. Absolutely.
That's
So
a
how's-
match made in heaven, seriously.
How has it been with you getting back with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis?
Full circle, man. I mean, it couldn't be more perfect. It really could. I mean, it started there with Mint, Perspective Records, and me and my manager have our imprint, Blue Raft. It's like a joint venture with them too, and it's just like full circle, man. Just, you know.
Feels like
It
home,
just-
huh?
Yeah, I mean, there's certain things because we've been doing this thing independently. The first CD, and just I've been in the independent business even with Mint, you know, for years now, and to do it with them because it is independent, you know. We just been trying to find different distributors to get it out, and yeah, it's amazing, man. So we're having a great time. I mean, this is what it should feel like to work, you know, musically and, you know, as a business, you know, because it is that, and some of the business part can really sour your other experiences. But this here, it's just like, man, we get it. There's some things you don't even have to talk about. You'd have to have a big argument with somebody else that doesn't understand. It doesn't come from music. They just worried about profits and loss. So they have a different perspective. We can understand that, but there's certain things that come before that. And some people don't really get that. So this experience with them, and it's just, it's like butter, you know?
Is there any one person, because even though you did the Revolution tour and the tribute to Prince and stuff, and you know, which obviously was a blessing for the world to even have you be the person to do the tribute with them, is there anyone left that is on your wish list?
Oh, there's so much. I mean, there's so much, you know. I don't know, so many. There's too many to mention. Yes, there are. To answer your question, who, I don't know, and I think that God will present me and whoever that artist is, you know, when that time comes. You know I have my wish list of people, and some of them on here. Of course, Snoop was one of them. Been trying to get her for a long time.
Ooh,
Two of them together, P? Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Hey, Stokely, I'm going to say this right now, man. I'm putting this out in the universe. If you guys do a song together, I want to be in the video. That's all I got to say.
The song is dope.
Oh, I'm in the video. I need to be in the video.
Yeah.
That's
Come on, man.
kind of project you got to come out of retirement for.
I
like,
need to
Oh,
be
yeah.
in the
Come on.
video.
two of
on,
them
man.
together? Mwah.
Ooh, that's fire.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And Bonfire, we just did something. Great voice. That's young artist. We really love her voice. Yeah, there's a couple more people. I mean, it's so wide open. I mean, this is just the genre which I've got a bunch of different ideas, bunch of different things I would love to do with some of my musician friends, and you know, we always have these ideas, and it's the great thing about right now. Like I said, it's wide open,
Right.
you know, because of the technology, and now it's just about once you have the technology, it's about the relationships that you've cultivated over the years. You know, bring those things together, and it's mostly perception. If people don't want to do something, it's just like, I think of you in this way. So I tend to try not to live in a box at all. There is no box, you know, and I think that's what any artist wants, you know. Right. Whatever is your strongest at, you know, you want to put that best foot forward, but also there's some other things that people may not know. And the thing that has been most popular may not be the best thing that you've done.
Right.
Or the genre that you do. So I'm exploring, and the things that I know that I can do, I'm going to do now. Absolutely. So at least attempt to, and put it out there for people to throw darts at, or not, or love it, or hate it, or not care one way or the other, you know.
I doubt there'll be darts. There'll probably be hearts, but I doubt there'll be darts.
All
right, you ready to hit them with it?
Yes, it is about that time, Stokely. I do this thing on Tuesdays. It's called One Gotta Go. All right. We're going to play a little game.
Uh-oh.
It's called One Gotta Go.
Oh, so damn.
Yeah. So here we go. One gotta go. I'm going to give you two things. All you have to tell me is which one you will let go. Okay?
All right.
All right, here we go. Stokely. One gotta go. Which one or which artist will you let go?
Oh, come on,
Stevie Wonder or Prince?
Ow!
Which one will you let
Come on,
go,
man.
Stokely?
Come on, man.
And I'm just okay. Let's do this. Just strictly off of
That
music.
is impossible, man. Come on.
Off of music. Off of music only.
Which one am I going to let go? Okay, let me think here.
Music only.
You know what? I think that I'll let Prince go, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Of course, both of those men I love, just dearly as musicians, as friends, as mentors. I think that, first of all, either one of them would be fine, without me. But I would. It'll be about their welfare, them continuing their legacy. I
Absolutely.
think that Prince has been doing independent longer, so he knows how to get on like that. Where Stevie came up a different time with labels and that kind of structure. He'd be fine with on his independent, as well. But maybe, that's why I'm thinking. I'm trying to make it make sense. Damn you!
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Yeah.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Stokely, one gotta go. Mint Condition, your song. You Send Me Swinging or Pretty Brown Eyes? Which one gotta go?
Which one gotta go? I think that Pretty Brown gotta go. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
I would have thought you Send Me Swinging was the one. I would never.
I like singing, swinging. I like singing both of them. But you talking just such a small, just splitting the hairs.
Right.
I love how that song falls. Dynamically. I love the vocal on it. I love the arrangement on it. Yeah.
We love it too.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, most definitely.
I know that's weird. But you gonna let it go? I know.
All right, here we go, Stokely. One gotta go. Gotta go. I'm switching it up to movies now.
Okay.
One gotta go. This is one of my favorites. I do this all the time. I always get to see what everybody's thoughts are on this. One gotta go.
Come on, P.
I love his face though.
Come on, man. I'm waiting for him.
One gotta go, Stokely. Brown Sugar? No, I'm sorry. Love and Basketball?
Oh, don't do that. Don't do
Love
that.
and Basketball.
Oh, do that.
Or Love Jones?
Oh, come on.
Love and Basketball or Love Jones? Which one gotta go?
Come on, love him. Oh.
Stokely might not be my friend after this.
See, I know, I gotta say, so you're talking about Love Jones gotta go.
Love Jones gotta go. Wow.
Sanaa.
Hello.
Sanaa.
Hello.
It's all about Sanaa.
Hello.
That's his crush right there.
Woo. Hey, Stokely. Sanaa Lathan, that's my biggest crush. My day one.
Just seems like really good people. I mean, yeah, that's just, yeah. Love always just, I mean, not only beautiful, but just loved I loved her artistry.
Yeah.
You can feel her passion, her art, Yeah, I'm definitely a follower of hers. Amazing.
All right, P.
And yeah.
All right, last one. Last one here, Stokely. Last one. You may not be my friend after this, and I apologize ahead of time.
You bringing them out, man.
One gotta go. Your album, Sankofa.
Oh, man.
Or Introducing Stokely. Which one gotta go?
Introducing Stokely can go. That's fine.
I knew you was gonna say that. Yeah,
That'll be fine. That'll be fine. He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna say that. Yeah,
He'll be all right because once people discover Sankofa, they'll discover that, you know.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you're in a different space and place now too. So you
Absolutely.
That's why I put that one in there because I knew he was gonna do the Sankofa.
Yeah, you gotta, and I know what's coming. I know what's on it. I know it's on it. So it's deeper and broader and better than the first one. Yeah, first one has its space, but yeah, as Les said, here's where we are now.
Yup.
Absolutely.
You have no idea how thankful we are that
I'm
you have
thankful.
taken the time to rock with us. I've
Absolutely.
been a fan for decades, and that
Thank
is
you
no
so
lie.
much. Thank
Seriously.
you so much. I'm glad we got places to put it, spaces to put it, you know, to share it, you know, be here with you all, just, you know, giving information, getting information, you know, fellowshipping a little bit amongst the peoples.
Yeah.
You know, this is great.
Hey, and aren't you on Twitch also? Don't you do something on Twitch?
I do this thing called Woke with Stoke, and it's on Saturday mornings. It's deeper in the night. Yeah, it's like from like 12:45 a.m. We go to like 5:36 a.m. And I'm just basically, this happened because I was doing an interview and something happened on IG where it was messing up. And after I said, just join me on mine. So we did the interview on my my handle. But then afterwards, I was like, I didn't feel like going, you know, stopping. Everybody was bubbling and, you know, having fun and talking. And so I said, you know, just join me. I'll sign back in. Boom, boom, boom. And then because of all the matching content, I was like, well, let me just switch to Twitch because it's a gaming platform. And then because I'm just playing stuff. So we just do it on Twitch now. And I play music from around the world and around the way. And it's totally, totally random. It's like, you don't even have to sit there and watch me. People are like, I'm sleepy. I'm sorry. I was like, yeah, you can turn the volume down, turn the light down. You know, if you want to continue, you ain't got to watch me. Go to sleep. Or you can turn the whole damn thing off and we might be here when you get up. You know, some people are going to work. Some people are taking bubble baths. Some people are cleaning up. Some people are coming from work in the car, going to work, you know. So I'm playing everything from, I don't know, it might be Olivia Newton-John. It might be some Led Zeppelin, some Stevie Wonder.
I love it.
Some artists from Nigeria, you know, artists from Turkey. I mean, it's totally random stuff that I like. And I just invited people into, my world.
Woke with Stoke. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
So it's a nice little community that we've created. And it's a lot of fun, and it's really therapy for the week. So we talk about whatever's going on in the world and how everybody feels, and birthdays, and sometimes there's unfortunately some deaths, and you know somebody's sick, so we say a little prayer. So it's like a little virtual lounge, you know, with a little bit of everything.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, Stokely, thank you so much, my brother, for taking the time out your day to come and rock with the Spin Room crew. The album Sankofa, you can listen to the 2 singles he has out right now. Also Vibrant, featuring Snoop Dogg. Pick him up on all platforms. You can also follow Stokely on Stokely Officially on Official. I'm sorry.
Official, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Stokely Official.
Stokely Officially was a fake one. Somebody's, I don't know who that was. So said, no, there's no Y. Official, and they spelled official wrong. All right. Yeah.
So Stokely Official.
Official, right.
All right.
Yes.
On IG, he's on all platforms also, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Please make sure that you follow him. Continue to support this brother. I mean, once again, thank you. We wish you nothing but continued blessings.
Oh man, thank you so much.
Our soul treasure, seriously.
Yes. Oh,
virtual hug.
Yes. Virtual hug, yes.
Virtual, yes, right. Till we see each other again, you know.
That it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for my man Stokely.
Yes.
Thank you guys very much for rocking with the Spin Room crew. You guys enjoy your Friday. Have a beautiful and blessed day. All right? Peace.
All right. You're good.
Thank you.
Yeah. You are now live